to do that.
I'm not saying.
So honestly, the way it works in my household is that whoever, for my two kids being married, and my husband for 20 years, it all depends on how, like, who's gonna, let me finish, who is going to file the biggest financial loss. And if it's like, who's gonna use their sick time, who's going to miss out on that financial opportunity. It could be me. It could be my husband. So honestly, it has no gender whatsoever.
From a woman that
But
lives with
she's
a
talking.
man.
But I'm talking about in general.
Real quick, we gotta get the.
Saying-
5 moments. Okay. About to say, we gotta
I'm
get the
just
fuck about-
speaking in general,
You're speaking
honestly.
for a woman that has hope, but there's some women
That don't.
after the marriage is done, there's men that will toss their
Yeah, look.
make another family. And be like, we see this all the time. We're not gonna act like we.
You're one dynamic of the family structure though, because you just honestly said that the baby father needs to maintain the lifestyle that you had when y'all separated, and you're saying two different things for me. Because in the same sense, you're saying that you want to be domesticated, but you also are okay. You don't want nobody that's less than what you have, so you're never gonna be with a man who you have to build up. Then you also said that you don't want, the expectation is that, your child's father or hypothetically the person would be, more so taken off of work or stuff like that, and that you should be compensated.
I never said that.
No, you just see, from my perspective, it just seems more so coming from an entitled perspective. And that's not coming for me, I think that is a different, that's difficult in a relationship dynamic when you have that entitled perspective.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No book of, I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed, it's your boy Ace. We here on a Sunday, about to take him to church. Always don't forget to cop the merch.
Okay. Last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? I'm here with my crew. We got some people from Brooklyn and Toronto too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like and subscribe.
Don't try to act like you trying to finish his bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
I mean, you just proved my point, man.
Yo, that's crazy. Bro. You gotta hate on
Yo, man, I mean,
it be your own people's, man.
That's how it starts. You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
y'all only see the hate when it's towards y'all. When it's towards me, it's regular.
All right,
right?
next show, have your shit ready.
Anyway, man, we got some special guests in the building. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
I'm Naisha, misspells_15, representing Harlem.
Harlem. Jones.
Hey, my name is Kauai. My Instagram is KUAI_baddest Hawaiian. Representing Brooklyn.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Najee. It's at NIJAEI. That's all my social medias. Twitter. My .com is najee.com. I'm from Queens.
And I'm DJ Mary B. You can follow me at dj.mary_B. And I'm a DJ and I'm representing Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto in the building. Okay.
Yo, before we get into these topics, again, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe if y'all not already subscribed, because I'm telling you, we dropping heat. I ain't gonna hold you. And we be live streaming. Y'all don't want to miss that. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Free.
So, and cop the merch, dailyrapupcrew.com. I had to put that in there real quick.
Yeah.
First topic. I don't know if y'all seen this article, but they was talking about the rise of lonely single men. Did I see that article?
I see that.
Well, basically, it was talking about how dating opportunities for heterosexual men have diminished as relationship standards rise. Men represent approximately 62% of dating app users, lowering their chances for matches. Men need to address skills deficits to meet healthier relationships expectations. What's your thoughts on that? Why do you think so many men, I guess, nowadays are single?
You're looking at me.
Nah, you grabbed the mic like you about to say something. Like,
all answer at once.
Right.
Bringing it closer.
I feel like I think that women just have higher standards now. I feel like we're not putting up with any bullshit right now, so it's kind of like we're not settling. I feel like a lot of women, they're self-made, like, right? So if they're gonna have somebody beside them, they want to have someone that compliments them. So yeah, we're just not putting up with shit anymore. That's what I feel like. That's my opinion.
I think it's because a lot of women are going for a small percentage of men. I mean, everybody want the top tier man, the high value man. I mean, they're not really trying to give regular Joes a chance. So yeah, it's hard for regular Joes out here, 9-to-5ers, as some people call it. I mean, it's hard.
I just heard that term last. You 9 to 5.
You're a 9-to-5er.
And when will we know the difference between like raising your standards and getting some that's beyond your standards? Like you looking for an NBA player, but you live in my neighborhood. Like LeBron is not looking for you.
Wait, are we gonna act like NBA players don't have whole like side babies with strippers?
Yeah, I mean, but what that got to do with
the standards in relationships?
So-
I think that is where it's at. And I think also social media has a lot to play with this just like fabricated ideal like relationship goals and stuff like that. And so for me, I think men are in respect more so single because of the standards that's placed in social media. And so but I think that we're placing standards on each other. So like the women have their own standards that we're placing on them that's exemplified by social media, and I think it's vice versa. So like men don't want women that are not doing what they got to do about their business, and women don't want the same thing. So it just kind of, the pool is supposedly smaller, but I just think it's abstract, it's subjective.
Because I feel like what I said, I feel like that goes for women too. Like there's actually women out here there's a lot of women out here that are single and they're lonely as shit too.
but y'all say y'all happy and lonely.
Yeah, I think that is the issue. I think there's an issue. There are a lot of single women, but the difference is women are becoming comfortable being single. Like, or dating other women. Like, you know what I mean? So where guys, the guys out there is like, all right, well, we're not going to be comfortable with being single that look like some loser shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like men want women, we want relationships, but...
And to build families.
Yeah, we want to build families. And, I think there is, I agree. I actually agree with the article. I think there are a lot of lonely men out there. And I do think men need to step up their standards. But at the same time, when women are stepping up their standards and they want the 15% of men, like Keem said, that means... You are no longer like back in the day. A man had to come, a man had to chase you. Now it's becoming you have to chase that man. Now you got to compete for that man, like you know what I mean? Because LeBron ain't come looking for you, like you said. You have to show that you're a wifey or marriage material for those quality men that y'all want. Like you know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree.
But do men, like, as far as relationships, it's like women are feeling comfortable to be single. Why? Why is that? Is it because they're looking for, like, their relationships or experiences that they've had are not more favorable? So, like, infidelity and stuff like that I think, plays a big part. And so, for me, men who are endearing as far as looking for a relationship, they're not putting themselves out there as far as looking for it, but more so just putting themselves in a lot of casual situations. And I think that is where it becomes a little like really, really difficult for them, is that they're not putting themselves out there like a woman would as far as putting the, what the foundation is, what they're looking for. Men are kind of seeing it and like going through the motions and seeing if they fit the mold or the expectation. So that is different.
But I think that's because most men deal with, when they're dating and selecting a woman, we're realistic. You get what I'm saying? Okay, you look good, you don't got to be a 10 for me. You know what I'm saying? You could be a 7.5, an 8, and you willing to build with me, I'm cool with you. A woman, you got to look good. You got to look good, make a certain amount of money, have a certain height. Eli always say y'all always looking for all this full package, and y'all can have that and be like, shit, but Charmaine over there got a better man. I need to get me a better man.
That ties back into social media, just exactly what you was gonna say. I think that is the
you got to reply. You got to reply because you frowning a lot over there. You doing a lot of.
I feel like that's the umbrella. That's the umbrella of the whole thing. Social media watered down and dumbed down a lot of relationships. Even back then when a guy tried to talk to you, he had to come up, approach you, speak to you. Y'all exchange numbers. Now they just sliding in the DM
because y'all not letting a man approach y'all.
No,
men are not approaching. They're approaching in the DM. Approach.
Women don't want to be approached.
In person.
Women don't want to be approached.
Please, let me get a mic.
Please don't approach me. I love that. Don't talk to me. I'm in the gym. I came here to work out. Don't talk to me. Yeah.
I mean,
this is not
I'm old-fashioned
for dating. I didn't come here to date you. I'm sweaty. Why are you talking to me?
Don't you think that's more like
That's organic.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that. I
'Cause
actually prefer the coming up to me.
if he sees the beauty in you while you working out
Yeah.
and sweating, that's beautiful. Like
I wouldn't want
Sliding
to
up in
meet
the
my man
DM.
in the club or like a social setting. Being the most organic type of thing, like grocery store, going to work, which is really important. Parking my car, things like that. So for me,
I ain't approaching no lady at no car. She's gonna think I'm robbing her.
no, I'm just saying.
Oh my
just like,
God.
Scary out here.
She prefers like
They
the
got pepper spray.
old fashioned way.
Yeah,
You know
just
what
like
I'm saying?
more
Yes.
in the
I
natural
appreciate that.
space, like
Yeah.
not in the socialized
media, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It sounds good, but I think a lot of men are like when we do have these conversations, men are conflicted because on one end you're saying approach me, and on the other you got women like her saying don't approach me. Like there's really no setting where a man feels comfortable to approach a woman where a woman not gonna feel like, all right, well I need to curve him, because women will just curve a man 9 times out of 10 in public just because it's in public. Like you get what I'm saying? Like there's really no even reason behind that. Like, you
too
know what
much
I'm
people
saying?
looking
Too much-
like
I don't want to look like a thigh or some
Word.
shit. Like y'all could be actually genuinely
Wow.
interested and still curve the man. Like you know what I'm saying? So men are just genuine. That's why we
That's
go
why
in
I
the
stopped
DM.
talking to
Like,
girls
That's why
at
I
bus
stopped in the
stops.
DM. Wait, what'd you say?
at the bus
That's why I stopped talking
At
to
the
girls at
bus
bus stops.
stops.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
you pulling
because
up
I
with-
feel like
Vibe.
sometimes women forget that, that rejection part with men, like it's a big thing that it hurts,
Yes.
it bruises their
Right.
ego. So I can see why men don't feel like comfortable.
I don't think it bruises the ego. It's just like you live and you learn. If you doing something and you're not getting good results, obviously you gotta change your approach.
Exactly.
But there's some
Right.
men
But I
like they get
disagree.
really hurt with
A
that.
bruise,
Like,
like,
I've seen a
yeah.
lot of videos where people are like attacking women
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
because they
yeah.
turn them
Calling
down.
them all
you know?
types of bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck out of here, bitch. I
And
know
I
what you're
don't respect
Yeah.
that. I just want to put that. I don't respect that at all. Like
Yeah.
if
That's
you
so
get
whack.
curved, that's part of the game. Like
Yeah.
yo, you move on. Like,
Right.
what the hell? You're not gonna see her
Right.
ever again. What are you calling her names for? Like
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
I never
corny.
understood that.
Cornball.
I do.
More men need to be.
I
like
do
that.
find it very suspicious. I want to speak on it. I do find it very
Suspicious.
suspicious that
Suspicious.
suspicious.
a lot of women have these standards for dating, right? Which I don't have the same standards for when y'all get pregnant by these bum ass niggas.
What did I just talk about?
My baby daddy ain't no.
That
one.
is
Drop a one in the chat if Eli's spitting.
Looking at a lot of y'all baby daddies, and I'm like, yo,
No,
you
they're
know that
not-
nigga
I
wasn't
can't
shit. Like, you
relate.
know what I'm saying?
Any-
I just
y'all
was
got
talking about
kids?
that.
Yeah.
I got kids.
I
have a
don't.
son, I have a
That's
son.
why I don't
Any y'all
have.
married?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So 1 out of 4. Okay, all right, that's cool.
But you married?
No, I mean.
Oh, I seen a little hand like. like
So that's why you're making all those.
You ain't see the head
faces,
go
like-
down like.
Yeah, she was like,
Cause this is who you with for the rest of your life. This is who you're dealing with forever. Like this is
Forever.
why I'm not. Everybody's like, oh my god, why you don't have kids or why you don't have kids? Because like I didn't find that person. Nobody's sitting here saying like I'm trying to find like Prince Charming in the castle, but at least this is somebody I'm gonna have to deal with forever for the rest of my life with my kids. So I want to make sure like it's worth something.
yeah.
That's why I'm just not. Oh, let me have a baby because I'm getting older. No, I could.
but like
Oh, so you don't have
sometimes,
kids?
No, I
sometimes
don't have
people
kids.
think because you have a kid with somebody, it's just all turmoil. Like,
Yep.
me and my son's father, like we co-parent amazingly. Like,
Nice.
it's very nice. Like, I love his girlfriend. Like, it's very healthy.
How
So
often you think that's the case though?
it's not to be honest, I feel like you could get there if you put the child first. A lot of people don't put the child
don't.
first.
I think it would
Yes.
have to have been there before you had the baby. Like some girls have babies
no.
with people that they
No,
just
because
met.
then there's no motivation behind
Right.
putting
And
the
that's
child
still
first.
proof you not putting the child first.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
because
no.
at
If
the-
you put the child first, that their well-being. So even though the dad's pissing you off, is
Yep.
like I'm still
No,
making you see
what
your
I'm
dad.
saying
You know what I'm
is
saying?
that there's some people that have babies with people that they just met.
Oh.
Like I was friends with my son's father before we had our child. So we have a great relationship because we were already friends. It didn't work out because it just didn't work out, not because he was bad. It just didn't work out.
And you
But
guys
that was my
co-parented,
friend.
okay.
But there's some people that I've seen. I'm like, he didn't really like you. You just had the baby with him because you guys were sleeping together. You happened to get pregnant,
Yeah.
and now he doesn't want a relationship with the child because there was
He
no
never wanted
relationship.
it.
He never
wanted
wanted
it.
it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
First place,
when
huh?
you told you
Yeah, I hear
when
that.
you told him he was pregnant, he expressed to you, and a lot of men express to women like, I'm not ready to be a father. I'm not ready
Exactly.
for this lifestyle. And some women still actively choose to have that child. I think that's selfish. Like that. It's not
Yeah.
about the baby at that point because the baby is ultimately the one that's going to suffer at the end. Like
Yeah.
they don't have that foundation. Like we lack. I always say is we lack that nuclear family in our
In the black
communities
community.
and
Yeah.
black and brown communities. We lack that
Agreed.
structure.
I
And now
agree.
we looking back and seeing all the statistics when it comes to young black boys going to jail, young black boys dropping out, gang related activity, violence in the neighborhood. We looking at all that. We can relate it back to single parent households. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
In
It's
the
just
single parent household, that's one dynamic of the single parent household. You know, we can go into criminality and far as them kind of like the male structure even being removed from the family, even by not even by choice.
Right.
And so for me, that like I do agree when you have a relationship, a baby with somebody, it should be consensual. It's a mutual thing, but that's one component of like the things that may break up a black family structure. Because for honestly, we deal with things that or experience things that we may not want to kind of do, or we just kind of like chuck it up and kind of go with it, and and that kind of honestly, and that's like child rearing is I don't know who 100% yes I want to make a baby, this is the person, like the most idealistic perspective, but I think you just go with the punches sometimes, and then honestly that just kind of separates the survival of the fittest. Like if you can't deal with this tough situation that has bestowed upon you in this situation, then you're not meant for it, like in that sense. And so for me it's like I don't know, like that's a small component for me as far as like men not wanting children in relationships. So, I think like it should be a mutual decision, but I don't know.
Because you're going to walk into it as a single parent.
Like automatically.
You're struggling, and then you're, oh my God, like, but.
Relying on government.
You know what I mean?
And
he already told you wagwan.
We don't have we don't have any communities like that in our community. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no neighborhood, there's no real family structure. Like, I'm just big on marriage, like in the black family unit. So I agree. When we talk about this, like I really be passionate about that because I want us to get back to where we was the most
the roots.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And we had that neighborhoods and the communities to rely back on. Now it's just
I definitely agree because my grandparents, they've been married for like 58 years.
God bless them.
No, even though my grandfather, he passed like 2 months ago, but before, thank you, he whatever, they could be mad at each other. That's tossed to the side. I remember one time my grandmother was like, can you take me to the doctor? He turned around and was like, why would you ask me to take you to the doctor? You tell me to take you to the doctor. Like, just growing up in that household and that dynamics, this is why, like, I kind of trying to look for, someone who's coming from that background because it was nothing but love. You go into a situation with someone that didn't come from that background, that shit could drain you.
Yeah.
Emotionally, because you're trying to show them the love that you received and they didn't get that. So they kind of, portraying themselves onto you. It's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a fact. Let me get into this next topic. It says, are women wrong for being hypergamous?
No.
Explain that.
If you want to date up, date up. If that's your that's your preference. Date up.
That was a normal thing back in the days. For social status and everything. But see, back then people did that for marriage. Nowadays people are doing that. They're just doing that just to date, for clout. No one's trying to build.
I feel like they did it for security too.
Right. Nobody's trying to build. Back then, like, okay, yeah, they did that, but they were married, But nowadays people are doing it just to date. Like, okay, I'm gonna get with him because he's this rapper, and then after me and him are done, now it's on to the next. Mind you, I have nothing going on for myself.
I don't agree with that. Only because I believe in that, and that's not the type of person I am. So speaking for myself, I'm like, no. I'm like, I have my own stuff, but I want you to have just a little bit more than me. Just a little bit more.
What does that make you feel more secure or what?
Yeah, like how can I say? Money is almost everything. It depends how many vacations you take, where your child goes to school, where you live, what type of food are you bringing in your house. It depends on everything. So if I'm going to give a man a child, I want to make sure that if something goes wrong, that he can take care of it. He can support it, and he wants to. He wants to provide. He does it with a smile. You get me? It's just like my mom. I was raised in a household. My mom hasn't punched the clock since I was like 16. So every day after school, she's home, and I would be pissed off. And then I'm speaking to my peers like, yo, my mom was like working like 3 jobs, and I'm like, what? I'm like, my mom. That wasn't my experience. It was very like lax, very a comfortable, soft life for her. So I'm like, I aspire for that. So I'm not. No.
With that being said, okay, so your mother held it down, right? As far as the home.
Married.
Yeah, she's married. That's what I'm saying. But she held down
the household,
the house rules and stuff like that. Are modern women comfortable with taking that role of?
I am.
No,
cooking.
I don't think
women will look at it as like a slave. I'm not gonna be no man's slave. I'm not gonna be submissive to no man. Yeah.
Oh, there's bills being paid. I don't mind cooking dinner. You want dinner when you come from work? Yes, the house is gonna be clean. The kids are gonna be in bed because If you're doing for me, why would I not do for you? I love you, right?
I mean,
I will give you a child.
It should be shared, but I don't know. That I think if for a woman, for a man is particularly that has like a really strong status, financial and things like that, they're not going to want to date a woman who kind of isn't, similar in that particular status. And so I think they eventually could evolve into it. But when y'all meet, unless y'all like on two different playing fields, for me, I don't see particularly a man that's like, I'm stay-at-home mom and that's my role. And, they're going to be continuously comfortable with that unless that's established after you guys kind of been building together.
I think a man that loves you wants to take care of you. If he loves you, he's going to want to take care of you. He's going to treat you like, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to help you. I want to make things easier for you. As a man, why would you not want to help me or do for me?
Because I don't see a man in that fashion. So, like, for me, a man is, I feel like, for me, is just somebody that I can, like, a mutual kind of building with.
I don't agree.
And that's right. And so, for me, I'm not looking for a man to like, create a financial, like, a foundation for me in any kind of capacity whatsoever. If, he can retire me or something like that, then that's fine. But eventually, but for me, I'm not looking for that level of security off the rip. Honestly, I don't know. So that's why for me, modern day women struggle with this idea of domestication because it's like they are, we are less paid. We are, like not as favorable, even considering just like black women in general, where that totem pole is. And so I would get there, but for me, no, I'm not looking for that security from a man. I want to kind of match it or come with that, honestly.
When I say that, I don't mean that like the woman doesn't work, she doesn't do anything. I can work and still come home and make dinner. I can work and still make sure the house is clean.
Okay.
Like because
I'm be honest with
you
you,
said-
rare breed because when women say that, they say they can't do those things because they have to work.
Right.
So I can't come home and have sex with you. I can't come home and cook for you. I can't because I'm busy working just like you
if
are.
I'm a single mom, let's say I have a baby, I'm a single parent, I'm gonna have to do those things anyway. So I expect that as a man, like you're either taking care of bills or you're helping around the house, you're a help me, but you just do financially just a little bit more because I am taking care of it, because I am cleaning the house. Those things should be kind of like matched, but no. Like I'm gonna go to work, but I can still cook dinner. I can still clean the house because I'm gonna have to do it anyway. Gotcha. As a single mother, who else is doing it? It's you, right? With another man, with another person there, I expect him to help. I'm not expecting him to come home, take his shoes off, leave him at the door after we both been working. One day, can you cook dinner? Can you make breakfast? Can you get the kids ready for school? These are your children. This is your house. You live here. We can all do things, but I just expect a little bit more from you financially.
I mean, that's fair. Like, when I think about hypergamy, I don't think it's wrong for women to be hypergamous. I think it's really in their nature, but I don't think that means just because I'm a woman that I'm automatically awarded a certain caliber of man. Like, I don't feel like that. I think that's what women are looking at it. And some women even look at hypergamy as, well, a man is just supposed to provide for me financially, buy me whatever I want, do those type of things.
That's
so
what I don't agree with.
Normally when I hear women talk about hypergamy, it's about how much money a man can spend on them, what vacations they could go on.
But not how they going to.
But not how they could benefit.
Yeah, like so it's not beneficial for both
Exactly.
parties. Like, you know what I mean? You just taking resources away from him at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean?
That's why you got to be like, I think Ocho Cinco, he said he only date women that was tall so he could build athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to look at a female genetics or something. I damn sure ain't giving us no bread.
Instead of and I think instead of just men, like I said, it's female nature. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
this
so
was normal.
I'm not mad at it, and I don't think men should complain about it. I think if anything, it should motivate them, to want to be more of a leader. I'm very big on holding men accountable, and it should motivate you. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you as a woman still has to provide some type of value to that man. You can't just be like, well, I'm a man, I deserve LeBron James. I don't know why we talking about LeBron. So much, but
I feel like in a woman's nature, like for me personally, like I want to be with a man that I can learn from. You know what I'm saying? Like I could trust.
I don't like when women say that, bro.
Why not? Like if I don't know about stocks, tell me about stocks.
But a man doesn't have to be financially higher than you to teach you something.
I agree.
So
I
So
agree.
I don't like when women equate education and finance. Like,
Well, I'm not talking about the finance part. I'm talking about like if we're gonna date up, right? So like I would like somebody that like they can teach me things that I don't know. I can obviously teach them too, but I just want can you just be a leader? Like I just want a man to be a leader.
But that shit crazy too, because women don't allow men to lead. They're so independent now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to show me you can lead.
Yeah, if I'm trying to,
I'm supposed to show
you
you.
want to take that as
that
I'm
alpha,
trying
yeah.
to be a controlling. I'm
Yes.
trying to, like, you know what I mean?
That's
So
It's giving slave.
I got
Do it.
this.
No, it's giving.
I don't need
Because we're
you.
left to be
I'm not
independent. Like a
independent.
lot of women are
Help.
left to be like that. Like
Help me.
we are though. Like in the
Yep.
single woman or the single moms community, or even just being raised with a brother. Like your mom's always telling the girl, like, go do this, go do that, go do that, go do that. So it's just kind of like embedded in you. And obviously, you know, when you get older and you find somebody, you want to lay that down and stuff. But some men don't just meet you that, like, they can't meet us halfway sometimes. Like that's how I feel. I feel like there is a gap between like women and men because of how we're raised. Like you guys are raised to just chill, and you know the daughter has to cook, she has to clean. Like
But we the first one to get kicked out the house to know how to pay them bills.
nah, that's not
I don't know.
That's not true.
Yes.
If I do something wrong and my brother does something wrong, my mom's gonna be quicker to like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
an
you knew better.
investment.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're a best
Investment.
woman? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Women are challenged based off like house stuff. Okay, why you ain't
Domestic.
clean your room and stuff like that? I would hear that. But I had to pay
You got
bills
the harder-
immediately. You get what I'm saying? Immediately.
not.
Like
If y'all both get
depends on the
jobs,
household.
the mom's gonna look for the son to pay bills before the daughter.
I don't know.
What
I grew
household
up
you
in
guys
a
were raised in?
POP.
Because I mean, like, it wasn't like that for me.
Growing up.
Even,
Yeah,
even
definitely.
It
once
was not
we
like that for
start-
me.
As women, once we start like menstruating, because start at 9, we have responsibilities. You have to make sure you have pads, tampons. Or you're just gonna.
that's
put
for
it over-
yourself, girl.
No, but when I say that, those are like biological. We have responsibilities from the get
From go.
Like y'all don't. Like y'all
What?
free. No, it's I don't
You
know. I
can't
don't know.
compare a menstrual cycle.
It's
to a
not.
life.
Dog, like what the fuck? Like,
No, it's not. That's for you.
No,
It's for
but
you.
it
got-
teaches
you gotta make sure
at
you
9
don't-
years
you got
old,
that.
it's your
Look,
responsibility.
if I shit, I have to wipe my ass,
But
correct?
That's
true.
Responsible.
Shit is not just falling out of
I'm
you.
sorry. No.
It's
I don't
falling
know.
out of you. Let it fall out of you. Who gonna be embarrassed? Your mom? No, you. Like, yo, you gotta make sure you do that for yourself.
I'm saying that in the sense that we just have more responsibilities from the get-go.
No,
Just biologically.
look, I'm
I
already
feel we
teaching
do.
my sons they gotta clean the table.
Yep.
Even my daughter may help me cook, they gotta set up the table. It's not just my daughter setting up table.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
really
saying.
good to hear
I don't-
that.
Most households are.
But I do think as a man, which I need to change, I will be more gentle on my daughter
Mm-hmm.
than my sons.
Yeah.
You have
But you
it's
wanna
no
show them,
leeway for
right.
you. It's no leniency for you. You're a black man, even though she's a black woman as well, and I got to
Yeah.
teach her different. But I would be more lenient and more gentle with her. Then I would probably approach them more aggressively.
That not in the West Indian. Not in the West Indian.
That-
I'm
Right. It
Jamaican.
comes from you.
I'm
That's
half.
true. That's true.
So-
I have a
I'm
son
half
and a
Grenadian
daughter.
and I'm half Ghanaian, and I'm telling you right now, like
If
they
you
are
live those
very
places-
hard. They are very hard on their
because they
daughters.
don't want to give y'all.
Very
They don't
hard.
want y'all be fucking everybody. That's the whole thing. They don't want y'all fucking everybody. That's two
That's
different
a
things.
fact.
Y'all you
Keep
hear is
your
don't
ass in the
depend on no
house.
man
Stop-
to do
It's
this.
to
Don't depend on a man to do
preserve
that.
their virginity.
Don't depend on
They
a
don't
man
want
to do
them to
this.
have
Don't depend on a
babies
man.
early. That's-
Yes.
No
that's-
babies
yeah,
early.
that's the-
That's
baby.
the big.
That's-
So let me
yeah.
keep your ass busy, cook, clean.
Exactly.
You can't fuck till you cooking and cleaning.
Right.
What time you gotta be in the house? 7 o'clock.
exactly.
Oh, I
Your
couldn't
brother
go
be in the
nowhere.
house
Like,
at
come
9,
on.
10 o'clock.
Nowhere.
like-
I couldn't go nowhere.
Exactly,
growing up.
because she don't want to bring no babies home.
Yep.
That's it.
That's all that's
One that can
about.
bring, that nigga can fuck something and then she's staying,
And now, yeah.
over there up the road.
Over there.
His child over there.
That is where like women being just independent and doing things for
natural
themselves. That's where it
leaders.
stems from. Like it just
Mm.
stems from our strong mothers. Well, honestly, I don't even like the word
How you
strong.
say
Like,
y'all natural
Because that's a
leaders, but y'all want the
stigmatism
men?
in itself. Like strong black woman is like a
yeah, I don't
negative
even like that term because
connotation.
I am
we gonna
tired.
get into
Like,
that topic real
Yeah.
quick,
I'm
too.
tired. I don't
That's
want to
a
hear that.
negative like connotation. For
But real
I
quick,
feel like
before
now we're tired. Like we want that soft.
yeah, but that's what I wanted to say.
were
Before we
raised
get
like
to the
that.
next topic, I do want to say we do have to get out of this era of being independent. And we get to this era of being interdependent. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right. I
saying?
agree.
Like, that's
I
what we
agree.
need because the independence is ruining relationships. You know, because like you said, you said as a woman, we are natural leaders, but y'all want the men to be natural leaders.
Yes.
So now y'all both trying to fight each other to be who's the leader.
Yeah,
Like, you get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so get
agree.
into this next topic. I had a topic about actually, matter of fact, since we're on this topic, there's a video we have. We're gonna play it for y'all. But the guy was talking about how there's a black man who's talking about how black men have allowed or watched black women struggle. Whose topic was that? Somebody else.
I said
Right.
that, yeah.
Can you explain that video real quick for the
Yeah.
audience?
So basically, he's with his cousin, and he was saying like, damn, like this girl's so strong. And then her cousin's like, yo, like we don't want to be strong. Like we are tired of you guys looking at, cause like a man will see a woman be like, oh, you strong like my mom. Like my mom took care of us, like, you know, and his cousin's like, nah, like why do you guys look at us like that? Like we want you to actually help us. Like we are tired of being strong. We're tired of just because your mom did it, you think we could do it too. Like, oh, you be good without me in the household. My mom did it. She was good. So basically that's what she was telling her cousin, like, yo, cousin, I'm tired. Like, we don't want to be like this. Like, I think up until a couple years ago, like being strong, like we were like, yeah, we're strong, but now like we tired. We are actually very tired. Like
2-3 years and not tired.
Up until 2-3 years ago, it was like women felt like, oh, it was actually nice to be called that. Like, no, like
The crazy.
Ace, don't do that.
I'm just asking.
Now, real before I get you, the crazy part about hearing that term is the only time I ever heard I'm strong and independent and
who?
don't need no man is from out a woman's mouth telling me that. I've never heard no man say, yo, you know what? You're a real strong and independent woman. Like, it's the women who are constantly feeling the need to tell us that. Like,
strong and shit. Like,
you
Don't play
struggling
with
and
me.
shit. Over there struggling.
he over there struggling.
We fucking
This
tired.
sexy ass.
We been tired, but like we extra tired now.
Yo,
We want that soft life.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know who looking at. Oh, you want to go
Yeah,
say something?
she wanted to say something. You had something you was going to say?
No, I'm not strong. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
I've never been strong. I don't want to be strong. I've never aspired to be strong. Just never. And like, how old was I? I was like 6. They were like, "What do you want to be?" I'm like, a housewife. Like, no, I want to be strong. Strong.
You had the Barbies in the kitchen and shit.
Yes. No, I don't want to. Working is not fun. I don't want to go to work every day.
It ain't
Why?
fun.
For what? Oh, strong. No, I don't.
I don't want you to get it twisted. We don't want you to be weak either. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? We just don't want you to rebel against your man.
That's
Right.
it. It's
That's
just
the part.
that's
the difference.
it. Right.
Like,
Clash.
you could be strong
You
against the
could be
motherfucking
strong,
neighbor,
right.
the
Yup.
mailman, the nigga in the
you
grocery
should
store.
be.
But not
Stop
with me.
bringing that shit to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't give a fuck who you strong to. Just your
Just not
family,
us.
your
Yeah.
circle, the niggas that you want to protect and provide for you. That's who you know. You should feel comfortable to let your guard down.
Exactly.
I'm the strong one in
Men,
this
men should
situation.
be able to do the same as
And
well.
and I don't know where you get this notion that you see your mom do it, you think like when I see my mom struggling, all I was thinking is like, yo, I can't wait to take that burden off her.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I
Yes.
see. I can't wait to buy her a crib. Like, yo, you ain't got to work no more. Like that's what I work for, to be able to do that one day. Like, so I
You
don't
know,
know.
what's the
agree.
crazy part? You always hear stories of, when you hear celebrities, what's the first thing black men say?
They want to
I'm
buy
gonna
their
take care of my mom.
crib.
When-
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you, they might say it. When women get successful, I never hear them mention anybody else except themselves. I've never heard them say, yo, I'm gonna take care of my mom, my aunt. I've never heard that, but I've
Yo,
heard
we gonna
multiple.
have to challenge that. Yo,
Yo,
see him if y'all can prove
Look,
that. Say that
am I-
for us.
y'all ever heard that?
I never
You ever
heard
heard
that.
a successful
Yeah,
black
yeah.
woman say, I'm gonna take care of my mother.
Mhm.
I mean, you,
Because that's an
Definitely.
automatic.
I have.
yeah, I never heard it. but-
Missy Elliott, yeah,
All
like
what?
there's, yeah,
Look
she.
at Beyonce.
You know, taking
I know,
care of
because I
home,
watch
mom's a
documentaries and
house,
shit, right? I like to watch them
cars.
things.
Look at
Missy
Keisha
Elliott-
Cole with her mother
Yeah,
and her
her mom
sister.
didn't even raise
Mother.
her.
Right,
Keisha
taking
Cole, yeah.
taking care of them and
Freaking,
stuff
what's
like
her name? Is
that.
it Black
We're
China?
not saying they do. We're not saying they don't do it. We're saying like
but y'all talk about women. Missy's from what, 90s, 2000s?
Listen,
Keisha
put some
Cole's
respect
from-
on
Like, when have you
Put some
recently heard
respect on
that?
Missy
When have you
Elliott's
recently
name.
heard that?
What? Oh, you mean like from
You talking about
Yeah,
now
from it-
with
yeah.
now
From this,
whatever?
like, era, like, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
Beyonce.
give you that.
Beyonce, she back there too. She back there too.
let me see.
I'll give you that. You right.
yo, y'all might say no. They
But
still
you know what it is? You know what it is
I'm
too?
just-
You know
I'm
what it
about
is
to
too?
think,
It could be they're taking care of their mom, but they're just not
That's
parading it
broadcasting
around.
it. That's
what I'm
another thing.
saying.
That's what
Ain't nobody
That's
parading.
taking care of my
That
mom,
was
my
that's a
kids.
goal of a son. He wants to take
Think how
care of
MVPs talking about, yo, mama, I
That's
love you,
why
I'm
the
gonna take
son-
care of
right.
you.
Goal of
That's
the
your
son, so it
son.
makes
You
sense.
know what it is? Because these ladies be successful and still expect that nigga that's trying to get her to pay her parents' bill.
Yeah, this nigga gonna take care of my
If
mom.
you a real man,
Like,
if you a
gonna take care
real
of my mom.
man,
I got
Mama.
mommy too. I'm crying.
buy my mother a house if you're a real one.
You
gave me a
you
hug,
always
I
hear
gave
women say, I gotta see how he treat his mom. That's so they can see
That's
how he gonna treat her.
important.
They mom.
That's very important.
Right. I always say it's always different. Like, what I'm starting to see is when men get successful and financially stable, first thing we think about is taking care of our family. Even if we don't got one, we getting this money to take care of our family. I can't say with all women, but when women get in these positions of power, financial stability, they ain't thinking about no family. They thinking about vacations, about saying that I don't need a man, proving that I don't need a man. They're getting money and status to say that I don't need a man.
I don't gotta take
You know
no
what I mean?
bullshit no more. That's
Yeah,
what
like
it
so
is.
it's two different things.
I
Like,
don't
I don't agree with that.
I think most
Okay.
women,
Like, why
We
wouldn't
want a
you want want to have somebody to go on vacations with. Like,
Right.
I feel like that's
Look,
what
Why
you
not
want.
spend?
Your
She deserves
homegirls,
it.
like,
She deserves it.
Y'all go on vacation with your
But
homegirl.
even how boss
I'll go with
women are
mine.
portrayed on television, you get what I'm
Okay.
saying? They're at this high level. They don't give a fuck about nobody but climbing the top of that ladder. That's how they portray. Don't y'all watch Tyler Perry and all them other motherfucking movies?
Those
and
are just stigmas,
that's a-
you know, like
Right. Those
y'all lead on that shit when they shitting on men. Y'all better lead on it when they
Not
shitting
all
on
women
y'all.
are like
'cause
that.
it's not.
Not all women are like
Y'all,
that.
y'all thinking like a man and y'all roasting us. Y'all better
That's
take that
just
part.
I think it just
feeding
depends
into
on
the
like who the person
stereotypes
is.
of,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Like that's how they portray it. But like in real life, nah.
Nah, that's the first thing I'm doing, taking care of my mom,
family.
my grandparents. What? Like, I'm not even thinking about nothing else. Like,
Take care of
as long as they're good. Huh? Of
Take
course,
care of
of course,
husband
my husband. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, because that part I also want to ask that too, because it's like if a woman wants to date up, it's normal. But if a man wants to date a woman to take care of him, he's a bum ass nigga.
I just about to
That's
say.
okay, I mean, yeah, he
If
is.
she's
though.
okay with that, that's on her.
but why I'm a bum ass nigga
You're
though?
a bum ass nigga. If she likes that, someone's gonna do that for you. Get it. Chase the bag. Be a city
Equality.
boy.
But you gonna be
I'm
talking to
here
her
for
like,
the-
girl,
you
you
know
need you a real
see, money is
man.
not
That's what
everything,
you want.
though.
I'm like, if you have it, do it. I'm not doing it. If that's what you want to do.
So if you get it, you're not doing it?
No. For what?
Why not? Why not?
Because I don't want to. Why? Take care of me. I don't have anybody. I'm poor.
But you got it.
I'm saying if
I
you
don't
got
have
it.
any-
Got
I
it.
don't have any money. I'm poor. Even
No,
if
no,
I
no.
have, I don't have
If
any money.
you
No,
got
she's
it.
saying even if she got it, she ain't
I don't
got
have
it.
any money.
She
I
ain't
don't have
got
any. What's
Shame.
a debit card? Cash? I don't know. What are you talking about?
And I think the more y'all think like that, that's
nah.
you gonna be in that same cycle.
That
If you can't
circle,
uplift
yeah.
somebody and get somebody to a
Yeah.
certain, that's what you getting
I'm
back
not
in
even like,
return.
A man would change a woman's life, but how many women gonna change a man's life?
That's what I was.
Man's life.
That's what I was gonna say. That's true. I
And just like we're looking at the benefits
Don't.
from you and
Y'all
the
told
household.
me y'all wanna go get men and go on vacation and shit. That man paying for that vacation no matter how much money I got, bro. Like, yo, but when a woman get money, she taking herself on vacation and that's it. Like,
Nah, I'm
what
not gonna
nigga?
hold you. I'm
Yeah, I helped my homegirl with her flight though.
They definitely help their homegirl for their man.
You're
I'm
in a
tired of
relationship
taking-
or whatever, and you go and you get like.
You just say you ain't got no money. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like it's because we're taught that like
don't
no
have
man's supposed to take care of you.
Honestly, there's a few
it's
guys I
not.
could put on my tax.
I mean,
return. I'm not gonna
Y'all
hold you.
All those
were
women-
taught
No.
by women who couldn't work
No,
and
listen, there-
make money to go on
There
vacation.
are
This
women,
is a different.
no,
This is a
there
new
are
generation.
girls out there. They will tell you like, yeah, growing up, like my dad took my car, put gas in it. Like there are women that their dad like treated them like princesses. So like in their mind, like they're
This is
taught
how
like,
these-
yeah, a man has to take care of
Here
me.
comes another flaw.
So like,
Because y'all can listen to everything that's taught that's good for y'all, but everything else y'all was taught to keep a man happy. Y'all didn't listen to none of that
In
shit.
regards to what?
some people weren't even taught
And
that.
some of
to
them
be
was
honest.
wasn't even taught.
Some of
I was
us
just
weren't
about
even
to
taught
say
that.
I mean,
a lot
you
of
look
that
at that,
wasn't
but
real.
y'all know what the fuck it
Some of
was
that
because a
was
man
not
is telling you, "Yo, I'm hungry, feed me. Yo, I want some loving." No, nigga,
want a
you know what I'm saying?
massage.
So
It depends on your
y'all
household,
know,
for
y'all know
sure.
what
It's
it is.
definitely a
Depends on your household thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Definitely
household.
a
Yeah, it
household.
depends on what you're taught
And I
in your
think-
How
household.
you grew
I
up.
think those fathers that
and
are
how you
prin-
see your
There was
dad
always
treating your
food in my house for
mom.
my stepdad.
So-
There was always food in my house for my stepdad.
Them fathers that are treating their daughters like a princess, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But you're supposed to teach her both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? Because she gonna grow up and be a spoiled brat, and a spoiled brat in a relationship, that's a recipe for failure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, you
I
cooking,
agree.
boy?
I mean, I tried.
All right, so let me
I
get
definitely
to
agree.
this next topic. It says, can you be a gentleman without spending money?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
100%.
I prefer gestures, little notes, like little cute things besides just like money. Like money brings happiness, but what else does it really do?
Does money
So for
Does
me,
bring money bring
I mean, that's why I said, that's why I said happiness because yeah, that's what they try to portray. But no, I rather the little gestures, the little notes, the little text messages. That will make me smile opposed to, I mean,
how
the little
long?
Cash App too is cute too, but like
my
I like
God.
because it came from you.
Yeah.
This came from you. I mean, me sitting here
Yeah, when
sending
it
you
come from
money.
other dudes
Because
too.
the happiness came from him.
Yo,
It's the
I like that.
chivalry
It's
of
just,
it. Just
yeah,
like,
I think it's
old
cute.
school.
how long them shit's gonna make you smile? It's only
I mean,
for
He ain't saying you
2
have to
months the
stay
most.
not giving
no,
us
And then-
money.
I'm not
and then
just saying.
that
I didn't
comes
say
out-
don't give me
Oh, it's that
nothing,
nigga, like,
but
I'm-
I mean, I like the gestures. I mean, I appreciate the gestures over that, but I'm not saying like, don't pay for my nails and shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's nothing
I like the
wrong
cute
with
little
liking a man that has
combination.
money.
Right.
Period.
It's a
Y'all ain't gonna make us feel bad for that.
The gesture look good after
There's
the
nothing wrong with
cash
liking a
out.
man.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But gentlemen, yeah, it's just all about the acts of kindness, like you said,
Yes.
makes most whatever the acts of kindness are. If it's financial, if it's gestures and stuff like that. I think it's just honestly a combination of, and it speaks to the quality of the relationship. So if it's like,
Right.
So what y'all saying that? What do y'all say to the women who say, "Oh, if you want to date me, you gotta pay a bill"?
no, like that for me, no.
Dates?
If you want
date-
to date
and
so
pay
date.
back.
All right, I was just about to say elaborate.
That is
Which
the
one?
preference.
Elaborate on what?
No, that's what I was
what
gonna
they
say.
saying.
Date or being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Dating wise, no.
No.
If
That's-
your
Why am I
if
gonna
that
sit
is your
here and
preference
tell
and
you?
you find someone that's gonna do that for you, ask.
Okay.
If you want, get it.
Okay.
Dating?
I
And
think
being in a
Dating wise, no. I'm not expecting nobody to pay my bill.
There's people on
Pay the
different
food
social
bill, the
statuses,
restaurant
like,
bill.
Not like
that's
a
how they. That's just
But
how
not
they
my
move.
cell phone bill. Like
I think because social media has kind of have this false reality.
Yes.
right?
It does.
So oftentimes,
Those-
like a man being a gentleman is, you said acts of service, but those is financial acts of service. Like me buying you a Lambo, like you look at all these celebrities
Right.
and
Birkin.
things are looking.
Social media.
Anytime a man looks romantic is because he's spending something on a woman and that's making her happy or whatever the case is. So I think, I'm not saying with all women, but I think sometimes it does get misconstrued as being a gentleman is being chivalrous
your
and
pocket.
coming out your pocket and doing things for her, like, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying that I think you could be a gentleman without spending money.
Of course,
agree.
you can.
I think because of social media, things that get
Social media is the umbrella of this whole
Uh-huh.
thing, okay?
You could
People
be a
seeing
gentleman
Jada
without spending
getting
money?
Yeah.
stuff from Lil
How so?
Baby.
like opening the doors, being a gentleman, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sending a good morning
But,
tag.
little
what door is
tiny-
talking about? The car door?
It's planning things.
How you
Just
got over
planning
there?
things.
How you got over there?
Right. Like, babe, we're going to go
Intentional.
to this
I ain't spend
restaurant
money on-
today.
Oh, gas to
We're
get
gonna
over
go to
there,
this
right?
museum.
Nah, you being nigga.
Like, damn, babe, like, you planning this out. Like,
Door, if it's
you
the door to
planning
the
it out for
McDonald's,
me.
like
Oh, you mean doing the McDonald's?
Whatever.
The
Okay.
pictures cost money. You gotta buy the food, the drinks for the pictures. That's all money.
But that's what
But
he
you
said,
mean
large
they're
amount.
They're going out of their way to
They're
like
going
make
out their
the
way.
sandwich and,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
like
money.
picnics,
He had to buy the sandwich. He had to buy the prosecco. He had
I ain't
to
think
buy
about
the
it like that,
Hennessy.
like,
All that costs
like,
money.
I should-
And all them gestures that you doing that don't cost money, like opening the door to McDonald's. You ever open the door for a girl at McDonald's?
And she's walking
And she
right
like,
past you,
yeah,
Say-
no thank you, no nothing. no thank you, no nothing. Oh, you thirsty. Look at this thirsty nigga. Look at this thirsty nigga opening the
Been around
door.
some rough
Opening the
women.
door for me.
I'm about to say, what type of women y'all be
The
around?
audacity.
Wait, you said what type of woman?
What type of women y'all be around? Because this
Yeah, I
is
don't know
crazy.
that.
Like,
Let's not
Where y'all-
count
where y'all
around
live?
here.
What
I
do you
say,
got?
I say thank you to the guys that
Where you
come
live
with
again?
me. They be like, hey,
Nah.
good morning,
Oh, Toronto. Oh, all right.
Right,
Toronto's
keep it
different.
pushing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I be like, oh,
it's a
thank
more
you.
abrasive.
Like, oh, what you opening
Yeah,
the
you
door
guys
for,
are
nigga? Like,
really
what?
aggressive out
No,
here.
thank
Yeah,
you.
maybe Toronto's different. Shout out to Toronto. Yeah, we got
Nah, Toronto definitely different.
New York women, I ain't gonna hold you. They're a different breed out here.
Oh, wow.
I'm just
Wow,
saying, like,
wow,
it's a
wow.
different breed
I
out here.
disagree. I think that also is enough in itself. Is like, especially when black men kind of talk and stigmatize women, it kind of also creates this unequalness in the dating situation too. And so for me, women from New York is popping, and so that is just like, I don't know, because it's like that, because then we go back to this imbalance of like the man versus the woman. Like it's a continuous thing.
But this is the first time like men are really vocal about how we feel about women at this like loud volume or whatever.
We had
That's
to hear y'all
true.
display
Kevin
y'all
Samuels.
frustrations about men constantly, bro. Niggas ain't
Y'all got
shit.
the
Y'all was
chin.
on daytime television talking shit. Nigga Maury, I don't know how the fuck Maury got away with. Fuck, he got
You are
paid off
not
of black
the father.
culture. Like the
That is
nigga,
true.
come on, bro. That shit was outrageous. Like, you know what I mean? They're putting a stigma on black men. So this is the first time black men has to have a platform to be like, damn, you know what? We tired of getting mistreated or tired of being disrespected or tired of being a this, that, and the third. And now you're like, damn, y'all niggas are speaking it up. Like, yo, cancel that nigga.
Word.
Yeah, word.
Andrew
Cancel
Tate,
Kobe.
Andrew Tate,
Cancel Mike,
cancel that nigga. Like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
just like how you don't want us to put all men in a box, you guys can't
Can't
put
put
all
all
women
women,
in a box.
right?
Because
Y'all
I
can't
said
Y'all
say
only
either.
saying that now because y'all had no problem. Y'all ain't never say the word some men ain't shit. Y'all said
never
niggas
even
ain't
talked like
shit.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
I do
true.
say
But
that.
I
don't
Oh, I'm about to say,
who I
don't
was
say you
talking
ain't
about.
never
I
say
knew who I
niggas
was
ain't
talking
shit.
about.
I would
I
say
knew who I was
that.
talking about.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
we ain't know
don't
you
even
was
jump
talking
with
about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what did I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even do shit. Like, you know what I'm
Little boy
saying?
in the corner, like, damn, man, I ain't shit.
And that's another
That
thing.
struck a chord.
That is another thing too, like you said, because of this gender divide that we have, just in all communities, it seems like. But young black boys and young black girls are like, as a young black boy, imagine your mom, you hearing your mama saying niggas ain't shit, you this, that, and the third, like you gonna grow up like, damn, like you said, damn, mama ain't shit, like you know what I'm saying. So that does affect you at some point, and even with women, like you know what I mean, they bitches ain't shit, like you know all this disrespecting women and only valuing women for their bodies, like how you expect a woman to grow up and have any type of respect for a man if they don't see past men. I say this all the time. Women say men, the M for men is for money. Like they only value men for their finances. Like you know what I'm saying?
But why do you guys like to make females feel bad for liking a man with money? Like you ain't finna make me
Because
feel bad.
it's more to a man that
Money.
Of course,
That's
there's
just
more.
added.
Yeah,
Because
but
with women,
Realistically,
yo, you can't.
realistically, if this relationship doesn't work out and we have children, who are these kids left with? And what do I need to raise these kids? Money.
yeah,
I
but
ain't have that problem with
yeah,
you.
No,
look,
let me tell you guys
Even
something.
if I have my own money, I still need your money too. I need
No,
7%.
see, but that can't be the.
What about-
all.
It's
What
not
about-
all. It's not the
What
all.
about a father?
Yeah,
You don't need that. You don't need that.
They don't.
Nah,
Because they got
definitely
government
need
money.
that.
They gonna replace
definitely
them.
need their
If
dads.
it doesn't work out, who? If
The
it
government.
doesn't
But you
work out,
ain't-
typically
The
who-
government.
No, if it doesn't work out, typically who the kids live with? They don't live with y'all.
The you and the government, because the government giving you them checks.
No,
Like,
why would the government? So
what
where's
you
the
mean?
man?
Huh? What
The
you,
man's
y'all
not
been
giving
kicked the
money?
man out for the
Yeah.
government.
You not giving money? The man's not
The
giving
government
money?
is giving you money.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
man is not paying for the child that he helped me, so we shouldn't seek money.
No,
We're not
that's
saying
I'm
that
not-
you
I'm not
shouldn't
saying- I'm
seek
not
money.
saying you-
I'm saying that shouldn't be the
With the
only
way,
thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Which is
that's
the
what-
only
it's
thing
not
you
the
name.
only
Like
thing.
you need.
It's
No,
not
it should not
the
be
top,
the
but
it's
it's
not
not
the
the
It's
top.
not the
It's
top
the main
thing.
thing for me. Like,
Nah,
You're-
that's not.
I ain't gonna hold you.
even
You kind of
if the
slow on that one.
relationship doesn't work out,
Can't
like
be.
realistically, if the
Yeah.
relationship
But why are you
doesn't
even
work,
thinking about
if-
that? Like,
because that it's real, like it's real life.
All right, so
In
the
a
relationship doesn't work
People
out.
get
Huh?
divorced.
you
Sometimes
get half,
relationships
and the
don't
woman
work.
get half, if not even more than half.
They get half typically because men make more than us. That's not our fault.
So then, if you saying if it don't work, y'all getting
Hypergamy. That's what
They're
you're
getting
saying.
Yeah,
But you know, other
Obviously,
cultures like
like-
that is the
They're
main thing.
compensated,
Like
and
you know
that
that, right?
What?
man
Other
makes a
cultures.
certain amount
What?
of money.
Like
Hold on, y'all.
money is
Hold
the
on, y'all.
main
Mike,
thing.
Mike.
That
One
man,
mic.
they're getting money if the man is making a certain amount of money.
Mm.
There's women that have kids with people that have no money. There's
Mm-hmm.
no child support. You're not getting nothing.
So yeah,
yes,
You get government
why you even have
assistance.
a
You get
with
child
him then?
support even when that man
Yeah,
doesn't
yes.
have any
It's
income.
like, what is it, like $50 a
It's
month?
still
That nigga could be
income.
working minimum wage. He's still getting $50.
Yes.
What am I
Get-
gonna
you
do with
get
$50?
something.
My kid's sneakers are like $100 right now, and he's 7.
So why did you get pregnant by that man in the first
No,
place?
so I'm not speaking for myself because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
son's father financially
Why?
takes care of my
Yeah, I
child.
need $100 sneakers though. Like.
That's
If
a
my-
fact.
if
I
my
was just
son's
about to
father's
say
wearing
that.
Dior's, pay for your $100 sneakers.
Yeah, but that's also like
I'm sorry. That's how we lived when we lived together. So now we don't live together. You still have to. I have to pay my portion. You have to pay yours. He lives in my house. I have to have a 2-bedroom.
You weren't
have a
about the wrong shit,
1-bedroom.
though.
When your child gets sick, I'm staying home from work. I live in the house with the child, not you. You're going to go to work.
That's why you should worry besides money. There's a man that will
Get-
be
so
there.
y'all
to
have-
clean.
yeah,
In the event
That-
that it doesn't work out, most women are taking care of their child, even if the
No.
even if the man, is
You're wrong. You're picking the
agree.
wrong quality man.
I agree.
That's exactly why I'm not
because
pregnant.
I am a man.
I disagree with
Listen,
you.
yeah.
Like,
You do have to
If
stay home with
there's
your
two-
kids.
If there's two of
This is
if
why
there's
you're
two
wrong.
of us and the child lives in my house, why would you?
And this
call
is
out
why
of work
this
and
is
you
why
want
you're
to be in
wrong.
my
I
house?
will
Yes.
go to
Why?
court and I will
Yes.
fight. If me and my lady don't make it, I want the kids who live with me. You can't take that away from me.
That's
Right.
a
What
fact.
are the
Yeah.
odds
But
of
but
that?
but why you
What are
but
the
why
odds
you
of-
why you just
What are the odds? What are the
but
odds?
why you assuming that you gotta be the one to take the
What are the
percentage.
odds of men that actually are single parents?
So you should be taking your
That's-
time
there's
looking for
a
that
lot of
dude
single
than a nigga
parents
with
out
money.
there.
It doesn't
Single
matter. You
man.
can be married.
The
and
baby mom
still
be
be
the
a mother,
deadbeat.
single mother.
How
I
are
said
you a
they-
single mother
they
if
be- I
you and
seen
you have
of
joint
somebody
custody with a man?
baby mother.
You're not a single mother.
Joint custody
Is what?
Is what?
When the kids can go with the father,
Yes.
they can live with the father for
And
4
they can
days,
make
and they can live with you for
decisions.
3 days. I know men that got that
Where's
situation.
the stability there for the child? How old is
No,
the child?
you could do that.
What?
It can
But
still
see,
be
okay
because
for
you
him
want
to
to
spend time with
control
the dad,
everything.
and it's
You
okay
wanna
with a
control
child.
everything.
It's not you want to
Red
control
flag,
everything,
you want to
bro.
worry
I ain't
about
gonna lie.
yourself.
Even if
Get
you
the fuck
have,
out of here.
even if-
Impossible.
You were just complaining about complaining about how you gotta do
But you do
everything,
have a
but then
point
we
with,
said
like,
split
when the kid-
50-50.
the kid
Oh, where's the
doesn't-
stability?
no.
Like what the
That
moving the
works.
goalposts?
No,
bro.
but realistically,
Wait, hold
when the
on.
child
One
is
mic,
sick,
one mic,
it's
yeah,
the
one mic,
woman
one
that
mic,
has
one
to
mic.
take off
When you were
work.
sick,
Like
who was
I know
taking
that's
care of
Why-
you? When you were sick, who was taking care of you? Was your mother or your father?
But there is
it
a
was
small
neither.
percentage of men.
So which? Yeah. Okay.
So
I wasn't
when
really-
you're sick, who was taking care of you? Your mother,
I'm
your
trying to
father?
remember.
Shut up.
I
wasn't really
my aunt, but she was getting a check from me every month too. So I mean,
Okay, a woman in your life, not a man. Okay.
But why can't a father do that?
I'm not saying.
Oh,
I'm not.
So
saying-
honestly, the way it
I'm
works
not
in my
saying-
household is that whoever, for me, for my 2 kids being married, and my husband for 20 years, it all depends on how, like, who's gonna, let me finish, who is going to file the biggest financial loss. And if it's like, who's gonna use their sick time, who's going to miss out on that
Exactly.
financial opportunity. It could be me, it could be my husband. So honestly, it has no gender
Speaking
whatsoever.
from a woman that
But
lives
she's
with a
talking-
man.
But I'm talking about in general.
real quick, we got to
I'm
get
not
the.
saying-
5 moments. Okay. About to say, we gotta
I'm
talk
just
about-
speaking in
You're
general,
speaking
honestly.
for a woman that has hope, but there's some women
Oh,
that don't.
after the marriage is done, there's men
Yeah.
that will toss their
Yeah,
shit,
look.
make another family and be
Uh-huh.
like, we see this all the time. We're not gonna
No.
act like we.
And
see it
you're-
all
and
the
you're-
time.
but you're avoid-
You're one dynamic of the family structure, though, because you just honestly said that the baby father needs to maintain the lifestyle that you had when y'all separated, and you're saying 2 different things for me.
How?
Because in the same sense, you're saying that you want to be domesticated, but you also are okay. You don't want nobody that's less than what you have, so you're never going to be with a man who you have to build up. Then you also said that you don't want the expectation is that your child's father, or hypothetically the person, would be more so taken off of work or stuff like that, and that you should be compensated. You
I never
seem
said that.
no, you just see, from my perspective, it just seems more so coming from an entitled perspective, and that's not coming from. For me, I think that is a different, like, that's difficult in a relationship dynamic when you have that entitled perspective.
Statistically speaking, when a marriage is divided, a relationship is divided, who has the children?
I can't say that because
No.
Statistically,
from a statistical
let's look it
standpoint,
up.
it's women.
Hold
that's
on.
disagree,
It's
but that's the
women.
problem.
One mic.
But that's the
Women, most
I
women don't have
disagree.
they.
Hold
how
on.
many
I
single
disagree.
dads do you know?
and
A
look,
lot.
Yeah, and look,
In comparison to women, more single dads do you know than single
I
women?
think there's
Excuse-
equal actually.
Excuse
for
me. Excuse me. Can I get a second?
Oh, I don't
Can I get a
know.
second?
Hold on.
Because look, you're forgetting about the part about the fathers who's
Yeah,
trying
that's
to be
right. I think
parents.
that's the
Hold up, I'll let you talk. You forgetting about the parent. All right, you about to. You forgetting about the fathers who's not given a chance to be a parent. My father tried to be there.
Yep.
Because he wasn't with my mother no more, she made that shit so toxic for him.
Yep.
He
That's
had
how
to
it
let
be
me
nowadays,
go.
Yep.
too.
You get what I'm saying? So what about? So you're saying
I'm
yes?
currently
look,
right
no.
now-
Hold up. I'll let you talk. Look, about my mother didn't even want me, but still didn't want my father to take care of me.
Spite.
I'm dating a man that is a single father that has custody of his child.
Okay.
So I see both perspectives.
But you're still not seeing the perspective of women not allowing men to be fathers.
That's
Yep.
a small percentage.
No, that's to you.
I can't speak
That's
to that.
to you. That's I know.
Let me tell you
The
what
court
happened.
system is not holding
The
us
court
not
system in a
available
black
to men.
family.
In New York City,
to
I tried to
Go to court.
I tried to move to Georgia. My son's father blocked my move.
Okay.
New York City
I could block your move, but
New York City
you cannot take a child
New
from
York
its mother
City-
unless she's unfit.
New York
Right.
City
Yes.
said-
That's a
You will
fact.
never have power over
That's
a
a
woman
fact.
when it comes
I'm
to a
dating
child
man
unless she's
that has
unfit.
custody of his
Yep.
child. There was nothing wrong with
Joint
that.
custody. I'm talking
He doesn't
about
have
you
joint
don't have to.
custody. The child lives with him.
There's no way my father could take me from my mother unless he could prove she was unfit.
Yes.
Even though she was unfit, just because he didn't have proof, it couldn't show that.
I'm speaking from.
So you went to court. You went to court to get custody of your child, and they gave it to your baby
They
father.
gave it to me. Why would they give it to him? They give it to me.
That's
Why
what
wouldn't
we're
they give it
saying.
to
Yo,
I had
can
to
we end the
come
show?
back from another state. I had to literally leave from another
But
state.
in the end, they sided with you, which is what they do all the time.
I was already the primary parent.
But what
That's
that
what I'm saying.
great?
Can we move on to the
I
next
think
topic?
that's what the issue
Listen.
is, though.
Can we go to the next
Real
question?
quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
This one
y'all-
left.
Are y'all not
Yeah.
entertained, man? We gotta get the fuck about it.
This is
Are y'all not entertained? Listen, man. Again, man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Yeah,
man.
we
We
might
gotta get
do
up
a
out of
part
here.
three.
But again, we gotta have a part 2 on this. I ain't even gonna.
Nah, yeah, I'm coming back because I want to
I'm
talk.
coming back.
I want to
Nothing
talk.
not to say.
Let them know where
I
they
have
can
a lot
follow
to
y'all
say.
at real quick.
Go ahead.
I'll be back.
Misspells _15.
At Kawaii KUAI _ Baddest Hawaiian.
At NIJAEI.
They gonna get you.
At DJ Mary _B.
Don't get her.
Please
Yo, shout out to DJ. And we need to come to Toronto. You gonna set something up for us?
Yeah.
You getting us
I
in
need
all
you
the
guys to
parties,
come to
right?
Toronto.
You getting us in all the parties, right?
Let me know, baby.
Yo, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And make sure y'all cop the merch, man.
Already, no?
Hit that like button, man.
Yes, this was
I'm burning up in here.